Welcome to TFI Global, the antidote to mass delusion. Just as history appears to repeat itself, whispers of unrest echo across the Latin American region. Cast your mind back to the intense standoff of 1982 between the United Kingdom and Argentina over the Falkland Islands, a clash that left scars in both nations' histories. Now, an uncanny sense of déjà vu lingers in the air, hinting at a resurgence of tensions in South America. Is Britain once again poised for a confrontational dance in this politically heated arena? According to the recent reports obtained by the BBC, the UK is gearing up to deploy a warship to Guyana, a former British colony, as a strategic move encompassing both diplomatic and military support. This decision comes on the heels of renewed territorial claims by Venezuela over a disputed area, Essequibo region in Guyana, known for its abundant oil and mineral resources. The Ministry of Defense has confirmed that HMS Trent, an offshore patrol vessel initially tasked with anti-drug smuggling operations in the Caribbean, will now participate in joint exercises post-Christmas. Guyana now finds itself at the center of this escalating geopolitical tension. Venezuela's recent threats to annex the Essequibo region of Guyana prompted the redirection of HMS Trent, sparking concerns about the potential for a Venezuelan invasion and the looming specter of the first interstate war in South America since the Falklands conflict in 1982. Venezuela has persistently laid claim to Essequibo, a vast area spanning 61,000 square miles, representing approximately two-thirds of Guyana's territory. This region, abundant in gold, diamonds, and bauxite, also holds substantial offshore oil reserves. In contrast, while Guyana's economy is experiencing rapid growth, Venezuela faces significant economic challenges. President Nicolás Maduro of Venezuela organized a referendum on December 3rd to assert public support for his country's ownership of Essequibo. Despite widespread doubts about the results, Maduro proceeded to publish updated maps and laws that delineated Essequibo as part of Venezuela. He appointed a new governor for the region, extended identity cards to its residents, and directed the state oil company to issue licenses for resource extraction. Mr. Maduro subsequently engaged with Guyana's president Irfan Ali and agreed to abstain from using force. However, he remains firm on his territorial claim. Both parties continue to be at odds regarding the legal resolution of the border dispute. This week, London's Lloyd's insurance market added Guyana to its roster of the most perilous shipping zones. A Ministry of Defense representative informed the BBC that HMS Trent is scheduled to visit the Commonwealth partner Guyana later this month as part of its Atlantic Patrol Task deployment in the region. HMS Trent, manned by a crew of 65, boasts a maximum speed of 24 knots and a travel range of 5,000 nautical miles. Outfitted with a 30mm cannon and a unit of Royal Marines, the vessel is equipped to deploy Merlin helicopters and unmanned aerial vehicles. Departing from its home port of Gibraltar in early December, HMS Trent is presently stationed in Bridgetown, Barbados. The warship is set to anchor near Georgetown, the capital of Guyana, and engage in visits, collaborative activities, and training sessions with the country's navy and allied forces. Primarily utilized for anti-piracy and anti-smuggling endeavors, safeguarding fisheries, counterterrorism efforts, humanitarian aid missions, and search and rescue operations, HMS Trent is also tailored for border patrols and defense diplomacy, as stated by the Royal Navy. Sending HMS Trent to Guyana aligns with an expanding UK initiative to demonstrate robust international diplomatic support for the nation. This week, the Foreign Secretary Lord Cameron said the UK would continue to work with partners in the region to ensure the territorial integrity of Guyana is upheld and prevent escalation. David Rutley, the Foreign Office Minister for the Americas, visited Georgetown on 18 December, the first G7 representative to do so since Venezuela renewed its claim. He promised Guyana the UK's unequivocal backing and welcomed Venezuela's promise to avoid using force. Mr. Rutley further expressed the boundary matter has been resolved for more than 120 years. It's imperative to hold sovereign borders regardless of their location worldwide. the UK remains committed to collaborating with regional partners and international forums to safeguard Guyana's territorial integrity. Venezuela's Foreign Minister Juan Gil censured the visit, alleging the UK of disturbing regional stability. In a statement on X, formerly Twitter, he remarked the erstwhile invasive and colonial empire which unlawfully occupied the territory of Guyana Essequiba and manipulatively acted against Venezuela's interests persists in intervening in a territorial dispute it initiated. Challenging the established border demarcation set by an international accord back in 1899, Venezuela stands at odds with the territorial status quo. Guyana, once referred to as British Guyana, secured its independence in 1966. However, the current surge of tensions emerges as the UK decides to dispatch its warship to the region, sparking aggressive threats from Venezuela, hinting at a potential invasion of the area. As the geopolitical chessboard in South America grows increasingly tense, the shadow of potential conflict looms large over the horizon. With the deployment of HMS Trent and the brewing tensions between the UK and Venezuela, the spectre of an imminent escalation threatens the peace and stability of the region. The delicate balance between diplomacy and territorial claims teeters on a knife edge, echoing echoes of historic confrontations and raising grave concerns about the future landscape of South American relations.